So recently, I did a poll asking professionals on LinkedIn, what is the biggest thing that you fear when you go for interviews? And the number one, 50% of them said it is just being nervous in general about interviews. And as a result, I really flop it. I really don't succeed. So I thought, let me do a video on how do you get yourself in a much more calmer mental mindset when you go for interviews. So watch this video, and I'll hope to help you with some of the tips. When you get the interview, you have done well because now you have an opportunity to talk to the hiring manager, possibly the project manager, scrum master. Who knows? It could be the final step before you land your dream job. So you don't want to mess it up, and that's the challenge. That's in itself a nervous a nervous factor. So when you go for the interview, it could be with the HR, which is very very basic, very general, will follow exactly what it says on the job description. So you want to make sure that you answer the questions as per the job description and not go off tangent. And so that's number one. But then your second interview or the first interview, you may have the hiring manager, the technical manager, and they may ask you some specific questions, technical questions. So that could be nerve wracking. And how do you get yourself generally in a calmer situation? It took a long time for myself as well. I was really nervous going for interviews, and my fear was, what if they ask me a question and I have no clue? And my first experience in this was when the interviewer said, "Have you done coding as part of your degree?" And I said, "Yes, I have done C sharp. I've done this." And I said, "How good are you in C language?" And I said, "I'm okay. I'm not that good, but I'm okay." And suddenly he pulled out from his pocket a small code that he said, "Have a look at this and tell me what the code is doing." So I was able to identify there are three parameters, and then you use those parameters values and you conclude. So I said to him, "What are the values of ABC?" He saw it's 10, 20, and 30. So I started doing that. And then 20 minutes into this exercise, while they're sitting and watching me, I realized I'm not able to finish this thing. And I said, "I'm not able to move any further than this. I'm sorry. I don't think I can do it." And to this, he said, "Not to worry. I'm really happy that you said you were not that good, because I've had people who said they are really good, and then I give them this piece of code and they don't know how to finish it. And that really annoys." So I learned very early, oh, by the way, I didn't get the job. So I learned very early that it's okay to be honest and say, "I don't know the answer to that question. But if I was in that situation, I would say ABC." And so that's that. So then move fast forward, different interviews. How did I manage to get myself in a calmer situation? Well, the first thing I said to myself was, they don't know me and I don't know them. So they're going to ask me questions. So tell me about yourself. What did you do in this job? What was the difficulty about this one? So they're asking me simple questions, and I should be able to just answer them because I just met these people. So I said to myself, I want to think of this interview as a coffee break, and I'm having a coffee with these colleagues here. They don't know me and I don't know them, so let's just have a coffee with them. So whenever I go to an interview and I think of it as a coffee kind of conversation, I really get a little bit calm feeling in my head, and I take it from there. Yes, I'm still a little bit nervous because I don't know what kind of question they ask. But over the years, I realized I knew my work, my craft, and I could answer questions. So I became calmer on that front as well. But the beginning was all about thinking that it's actually a coffee chat. And by doing that, I mastered that I should be able to talk about myself, because they're going to ask me, "What? Tell me about yourself." And I've done many videos about, tell me about yourself, what to say using the EES, which is education, experience, and skill set format, using the format. Have a look at the video for that one. So I started doing that. And at the end of it, I said to them, "I want to ask you a question as well." So they said, "Yeah." So I asked questions like, "So what's the biggest challenges you have in your organization in terms of the agile journey? Have you managed to move any applications to the cloud? What happened to the position that's vacant that I'm applying for? Do you have any kind of coaching programs?" I had all these questions, and they will answer these questions, and that really made them feel good that I'm actually paying attention. And at the same time, I felt good that I was able to ask questions, because normally in the beginning they'll say, "Do you have any questions?" I'll say, "No, you answered all the questions," and that wasn't the right thing to do, because you're not paying attention. There must be some questions. They have a ton of questions, so should you. So to calm yourself down, Do a bit of research on the company. What are they doing? Who are the competitors? So that when they ask you, do you know what this company is about? You should be able to answer in a very simple way, not taking too long. And in terms of your own profession, they could ask questions regarding projects, Scrum Mastery. You should be able to answer. And if you don't know something, if you haven't had that experience, say, I haven't had that experience, but if I did, this is what I would do, instead of saying, I don't know. Okay. So having this coffee chat mental kind of attitude, and then having this opportunity to ask each other questions and doing a bit of research on the company and knowing your stuff really helps to be in a much more calmer situation. So I hope this video gives you a bit of confidence that don't think of the interview as oh my God, what they're going to ask me. If you do feel nervous, you can say I'm feeling nervous. If you ever watch any of the shows on TV, people, they come across as nervous, and then they actually say, hey, I'm nervous. And then you'll realize as humans, they'll say, don't be nervous, we're just human beings, we're not going to bite you, things like that. So you can be honest, and you can be honest as well when you don't know how to answer a question. So I hope this video gives you a bit of confidence, and go for it. If you get an interview, think about it. You're almost there, one step away from your dream job. Until next time, take care.